What's going on, you guys? So Eimantas Stanionis and Vergil Ortiz, the purse bid has come to a close. Goldenboy Promotions wins the purse bid against TGB Promotions, also known as PBC Promotions, whatever you want to call them. They got beat out by Goldenboy. So it's looking like this fight between Stanionis and Vergil Ortiz will be landing on the zone. But there's a story behind this because both guys were rated highly in the sanctioned bodies. Stanionis WBA, Ortiz WBO. Stanionis was pretty much next in line for Spence's WBA title, and Ortiz was pretty much next in line for Terrence Crawford's WBO title. But for whatever reason, they decided to fight each other next. Now, Jerron Boots Ennis is also in the mix, and he came out recently and said that he petitioned to fight for the WBA, but for whatever reason, they said, nah, we ain't gonna give you that. We gonna let these two dudes fight for it. In my opinion, I think that Vergil Ortiz and Stanionis opted to fight each other instead of dealing with Jerron Boots Ennis. That's just my opinion. Now, by them doing this, I believe if this happens, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, I believe they get knocked out of the other sanctioned bodies. So if Vergil Ortiz is rated highly in the WBO, well, now he won't be rated so high because he'll be fighting for the title. And he won't be no longer in that sanctioned body anymore. I believe that's how it goes. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And also hit that like button for your boy. We on Bushido Boxing. This is where we gonna be at for the time being. But I believe both guys avoided Jerron Boots Ennis. They did this to stay away from Boots. This is just my opinion. But Michael Benson comes out with the news and he says this: Goldenboy have won the purse bids for Eimantas Stanionis versus Vergil Ortiz with a bid of $2.3 million. TGB bidding on behalf of Al Heyman PBC bid $2.1 million. Fight is for the Stanionis WBA regular belt. So they're going to split the purse, the $2.3 million. I believe Stanionis gets a lion's share of the purse. Vergil Ortiz gets 25%. Stanionis gets 75%. So Vergil will probably be looking at about $500,000, and Stanionis is probably making a career high payday of 1.5 or whatever it's going to be, right? Really good fight between two up-and-coming young fighters who was on the cusp of becoming a world champion. But I still believe both of these dudes are fighting each other right now just to stay away from Jerron Boots Ennis. And there was reports earlier from Jake Donovan from Boxing Scene that a team from Boots Ennis pretty much wasted WBA's time. And I got it on the screen here, and this is what he had to say. He says, quote, "A member of Boots Ennis' team wasted 2 minutes of the WBA's time pleading his case to be number one ranked at 147 during heavy portions of ratings meeting. Never mind that he's next fighting for the IBF interim title, which will get him dropped from WBA and all other rankings." So if that's the case, Stanionis or Vergil Ortiz, and for that matter, will be getting dropped from the other rankings once he fights for this WBA regular title, which is equivalent to the IBF interim title, right? Where does this leave Boots Ennis? Well, he's going to have to fight this Karen guy, right? But my boy YSM Sports Media was on the job, and he had a rebuttal to the false information that Jake Donovan has received. And he says this, quote, "The person who spoke on Jerron Ennis' behalf at the WBA convention was not a member of his team. Everyone was in Philadelphia today preparing for Karen Kujugazan as Boots was sparring a former heavyweight title challenger." So according to YSM, who spoke with Team Ennis today, and he told me this behind the scenes actually, that nobody representing Team Ennis was there at the WBA convention at all. Everybody was in sparring today, Monday, sparring session day. Everybody was in sparring. Nobody from Boots' team was there. So this is some false information that you got to be careful in the boxing community, even from credible writers like Jake Donovan from the Boxing Scene. Sometimes even those guys can get it wrong. Sometimes those guys are just looking for clicks, views, and a little bit of clout, right? But he got it wrong. So, yeah, in my opinion, I think Vergil Ortiz and Stanionis both fighting each other rather than dealing with Jerron Boots Ennis. But it should be an interesting fight nonetheless. If you ask me who I got winning right now, I got Vergil Ortiz winning that fight. I think he's just a better overall fighter than Stanionis, but it could be very competitive. It could end in controversy. We just never know what's going to happen or how these guys are going to show up for that fight. It's a big fight for both fighters, and may the best man win in the end. But yeah, you guys, that's the news. Vergil Ortiz, Stanionis is looking like Goldenboy won a purse bid. I mean, they lost by, TGB Promotions lost by a little bit, but Goldenboy got the fight. We'll see how it plays out. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.